the mother and the kind of woman who is behind covering up a lot of her son's crimes. Now she has paid off victims before, she's talked others out of going to the police, and this time she has gone out to Alicante the day after John George was killed in order to be a part of some kind of clean-up mission. We also don't know what she brought back to Belfast with her, whether maybe that was John's phone, his passport, we just don't know. Now, yesterday she commented on quite a few of my videos defending Jonny and saying, you know, if there's no proof, there's no rape, basically. Now let me show you the true character of her son and the information that she has always had about her son and has worked quite hard and diligently to cover up. Now, the messages I'm going to show you now come from 4 separate females, and I've covered up anything that would identify these women because they do not deserve to be further attacked by this family. Hi, I'm sorry not to message you or the information that's not relevant to the case. Jonny Smith raped me and left me drunk and alone in an alleyway at 14, he was 17. I had blocked him out of my mind until yesterday I saw your post pop up. He's extremely dangerous and I will do anything to ensure he's arrested and behind bars. I'm so sorry for the loss of your family member, and I will pray we'll get vengeance against this vermin family. Sorry I've never told anyone, but it's time to get this off my chest. Jonny Smith has always been a scumbag. He's hit every girlfriend he's ever been with, including me. He used to cheat constantly and his mum would call me telling me she was with him when she was trying to cover for him. He would pretend he was going to kill himself every other week and send photos of ropes tied around trees for mind games, and his mum would make excuses for him every single time. She's worse than him. She condones his behaviour and covers up for him. She would leave me alone with him knowing he was off his head and smashing the house up, and said I had to stay with him so he didn't harm himself. She knows he hits his partners and doesn't say a thing. It's so messed up, and so is his mum. He used to go out with one of my best friends. He abused her for the longest time, literally a couple of years. She was fully under his control. His mum was always the one to try and pick up the pieces and make excuses for him, or even to the point of paying for a holiday for them to go on to sort things out after she knew he hit her. He used to threaten people to get his own way. Just an all-round bad guy. Have you heard so many awful things about him, hitting other girls after the relationships ended? Just a disgusting human being all round. Pretty sure he's not supposed to be in the country at all, for fuck's sake. Not my story to tell, but he's just a horrid individual and I can't wait for him to get his car. Messaging as I was talking to a girl. She used to be friends with Jonny back in September when I was there and he abused me. When he was arrested, he was let out for sexual assault and hitting me with a gun, and he got free, but she was messaging me now. She's told me he has his phone contract in her name, blah blah blah. It doesn't really, that bit's not really. Now this, disgustingly, is Dawn messaging a victim who has claimed to be raped by her son and tried to talk her out of reporting it to the police. Can we grab a wee coffee and get a chat? I was speaking to him yesterday. He hasn't been taking any tablets and he seems normal again. He mentioned how he fucked things up with you. Can we chat, please? He was in a bad place with all the shit with Nathan and the death threats, trying to open the gym, the dogs, etc. I've spoken to him. He knows what a dick. I'm going to take him up to the doctors and see if they can look at him. I don't think any medical team in the world can solve rape. I honestly think he's under too much pressure. Please speak to me before you do anything. Do not take his shit lightly, honey, you know that, but give me a chance to fix this before you do anything. Please ring me, honey, I'm with Kyle. He's told me what's happened, I'm devastated, I'm at the gym, I'm going to punch him in the face. Can you please let me know what's happening? I don't want any of the gym, I'll put every penny into that place, honey. I know you're hurting, but I'm here if you just call me. So yesterday we had Dawn Smith. So yesterday when Dawn Smith was putting on my videos that she would be the first to condemn her son if he'd ever carried out an attack against a woman. Here we have at least 4 of his victims separately reaching out to the family of John George to tell their experience with this monster. We have at least 2 rapes committed back in Belfast, one in which Dawn paid off a victim and another she washed Jonny's clothes. There was no DNA evidence. This is the kind of woman we're dealing with, and her constant acting alongside her son to cover up these crimes. I mean, he has gone on to greater crimes, he's escalated his behaviour, and when he ends up serving a lot of time in prison for murder, you're behind that. Because if at one time in his past, starting from when he was 17 years of age, you had made him take accountability for any of the things he'd done to other women, then maybe we wouldn't be in this place we are now. And don't forget, a man's greatest female role model and the one person who forms the way he feels about females in general is his own mother.